So as we've talked about, Sashi, yoga incorporates a whole body of knowledge. There's asana, there's pranayama, and then there's the physical yoga practices. I mean, how do we know when to do those and what order to practice them? Do we do them all in the same session, or do we put time aside for pranayama and meditation and yoga? Could you just try and clear that up a bit for us?
Sure, Al. As I've mentioned earlier, in different traditions there is different ways of practicing, and in relation to your question it's the same thing. So different styles or different traditions have they have a different order that they'll practice in. So in Iyengar yoga you would do your asana practice first, and then you'd wait for at least 15-20 minutes before you do, even longer if you've done a vigorous practice, before you'd lie down and do your pranayama. In Sivananda they do their pranayama at the beginning of the practice. So again, there's no wrong or right way. There's different traditions that teach different ways for their different reasons. I think when it comes to what order to do them in, I think it's important to do all of them. I think it's really important to do asana, really important to do pranayama, and really important to do meditation. But I think it's really, as you get more experience, it's about tuning into what your needs are and just having a play and seeing what works. So for some people, getting up first thing in the morning and doing a pranayama practice will suit them best. And then for other people that won't really work, and they'll need to get up and do their asana practice in the morning to help energize them for the day, and perhaps their pranayama in the evening, calming them down. But in saying that, there's also pranayama practices that are energizing and are calming. So again, talking to an experienced teacher that has some knowledge, and then having a play around what suits you best. Asana is very good at preparing your mind for meditation. So you might want to do a couple of poses before you sit, or you might want to do some pranayama before you sit and do some meditation. So it's really just sort of having a play and finding out what works for you best.
So what you're saying, they're all practices within in themselves, the asana, the meditation and the pranayama, and you can incorporate them all together into one sort of practice, or practice them individually, and just finding the balance that works for you? Yeah.
Yeah, they are separate practices, but they can also be the same practice. So you could do your asana practice can have pranayama during it, like in Ashtanga they use Ujjayi pranayama throughout the whole practice, and as we mentioned before, it can be a meditation as well. But it is beneficial to have them as separate practices as well, so that you're focusing on, okay, when I sit, I'm learning this about my mind, and then you can take that into your yoga practice. Or your asana practice, I should say. Your asana practice is really good at preparing your body, so that you can sit comfortably without any pain, so you're able to sit cross-legged easily, and which helps support the spine so you can sit for longer periods of time.
And that is the challenge with us here in the West. We don't really do enough meditation and pranayama, and we've got to sort of balance them out and take it all on board and do it.
Yeah. There's certainly, my feeling is that in the West there's certainly a tendency just to practice the asanas, and as I say, they can be a pranayama and a meditation practice within themselves, but I do think it's really important to separate the practices out as well. There's a lot of benefit in that and a lot of learning. And yeah, pranayama is amazing at cleansing the subtle bodies and cleansing the chakras and quietening the mind, and same with meditation, calming and quietening the mind. And as you say, I think we need more of that in the West too, Al.
Mm-hmm. So there you go at home, just try and do a bit more pranayama and meditation, and it'll help balance your full yoga practice out. Hi there, thanks for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the videos in our members preview area.
Our members area has the full content. There you'll find great videos about yoga practice and healthy eating.
Just fill in the form at yoga.org to activate your subscription.
We look forward to seeing you there.
See you there soon. Namaste.
Namaste.